Today's soap is going to be fragranced with Lavender Sage. This particular batch of soap is going to be a remake, almost identical batch of soap of the Lavender Sage that I did before, the Precious Purple soap. Lavender Sage is a wonderful lavender smell. It holds really well in the soap. It is a slow moving fragrance oil, slow to trace. I describe it, I don't know if anyone else would describe it this way. I don't know what other people's opinions are, but I describe it as a masculine lavender. But it's not in like only men can use this. It's like men and women would enjoy equally, I think is what I'm trying to say. It's not this is feminine or this is totally masculine like cologne. It's lavender with this hint of what I consider a masculine scent. And I love it. In this batch, kaolin clay, colloidal oatmeals, sugar, powdered sugar specifically. We'll also be including some tussa silk fibers and sodium lactate to help with the unmolding process. The colors we're using are amethyst purple, electric violet, and purple vibrance. And we are just gonna have a grand old time putting this soap together. Yes, once again, I'm doing a voiceover. Inside my little cup here, I've got some buttermilk, colloidal oats, kaolin clay, sugar, and my fragrance oil, which is lavender sage, as we've already discussed. And there's a little bit of sodium lactate as well. I'm going to add to the oil some amethyst purple, and I'm just going to add a little bit to see how purple this amethyst purple is. Stir it in by hand first and then realize this is no good. I need to be stick blending. And after stick blending, it's clear as day and night that I need more purple, like a lot more purple. I'm making a purple soap, and that is definitely not purple. So let's load up the amethyst, finish all the amethyst mica I have, and let the beautiful mica dust just fly into your eyes. And let's watch this turn purple, I hope. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, here we've got some purple. This is looking better. Now, adding the lye water. There is tussa silk in this lye water, and look at all these nice bubbles that I have ready. Now, let's see after adding the lye, what's this batter going to turn into? Well, it's kind of a dull purple, but this is just meant to be the base, so I'm going to let it go. Because I got two other purples going on. And this will lighten up anyway, because that olive oil really darkens your soap batter, and olive oil lightens up. So, and I mix and mix and stir and mix this batter. This lavender sage from Nurture Soap is very slow. If you got some special technique you're working on, this is a great fragrance oil to work with. Now, let's get our other colors here. The one on the right is purple vibrance, and this other purple is electric violet. When the soap has cured, it is a darker, almost like a blue violet color, but it's really pretty. I like it. So first I mix in by hand to scrape the bottom of the cup, because once again, I did not disperse my micas in oils. Dispersing them in oils is a good idea because it helps when it comes time to be stirring it all together. But because I knew that this fragrance oil was slow, I wasn't concerned about preparation really. I was just kind of going with the flow, like a twig in the arms of the mighty stream. And now I'm going to stick blend these colors a lot and add a few more bubbles because I just can't help it. I just want my soap to bubble. Now I think you know I do not want bubbles in my batter, because typically when you've got bubbles in your soap batter, you are going to have little air pockets in your final soap. We'll see what happens. I'm not really concerned about it. I've never been concerned about little tiny air pockets. Unless they're big old hunks of missing soap, I really don't care if there's these little tiny holes. I think it adds to the texture of the soap. It feels nice. Alright, I think I'd say it's time to start pouring, wouldn't you? First we're going to pour this amethyst batter. That could be more purple, but no big deal. I got that purple vibrance and that electric purple. We need some sort of basic color. Next, I'm going to pour in some Purple Vibrance. Looks like it all disappeared, didn't it? And then Electric Violet. And once again, our Amethyst Purple, which I am going to finish, scrape clean, get it out of the way, and pour in the rest of my Electric Violet. I'm not going to scrape it though, saving that for the top. And pouring in the rest of my, pouring in the rest of my Purple Vibrance. Got a little wild, I'd say. Well, this happens. Especially when you're having a good time, you get a little wild. Okay. Now I'm going to hanger swirl. Kind of at random, which is the best way to do it, I suppose. This probably helped release some bubbles too. So that should be pretty, I hope. Hope it's not too thin. And then finishing off the top with these final two colors. Scraping them into a line on the top because, yes, I'm going to once again do the famous Infinity Swirl because it's simple and it's beautiful, and if you just don't know what to do, do that. Try to bang out bubbles, and then my giant glove messed up my Infinity Swirl when I was trying to clean the sides, so took them gloves off, and I'm going to do one more run of Infinity Swirl to fix this part that I ruined with my giant glove. Never buying these gloves again. Well, it's been probably like 15 hours and this feels pretty hard, so we're gonna give it a shot, see if it's ready. Peeled away pretty easy. It might be ready to go. Yep, here it comes. Here we go. All right. Oh, what crisp corners. Very good. I'm going to lower you a little bit for your soap cutting viewing pleasure. It's nice to have a real close angle. At least I like it. I like being nice and close. Maybe you don't care. There's our first cut. A very faint swirl here, but it is a swirl. I'm going to cut this in half later. I have my bars set at 1 1/4 inches. That's a good sized bar of soap. It's a pretty hefty bar actually. Ooh, yes. I like that. You got a heart in here. Very pretty swirl. And this is a nice thick bar. Very good. Smells wonderful. I'm a big fan of Lavender Sage with a Nurture soap. Oh, lovely. Kind of elegant looking. That one looks kind of like a flower or something. I love the sound of cutting soap. Sometimes the loaves don't make the sound, but this one's making the sound. We're going to cut up this bar several times because, as I've said in the past, my sample soaps sell more than my full bars of soap, which is so odd to me because it's not a better deal. You just get a variety. People do what they want to do, and that's what they're going to do. Maybe it feels like you're getting more. It's like, would a kid rather have a quarter or 10 pennies? And I think they would rather have 10 pennies. It just feels like there's more. But there's not. When you're buying samples, you're not buying more. But it's okay with me. I make a little pocket change with my samples. And it's almost literally pocket change with how many fees go along with using Etsy, as well as the shipping involved with shipping samples. I would say that I do have a good sample deal because I got free shipping on all my samples to try to encourage people to get over here and buy from me. Because there's like, what, hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of soapers in the world on Etsy selling their soap. And there's even more than that off of Etsy. The handmade soap world is huge. People are finding it just like how I found it. It's a big group of people. Well, all right. Our lavender sage with these cute, dainty little swirls that I particularly like. Look at that. I like that. Very good. Very good fragrance. I recommend this big time. I got this from Nurture Soap. I should have looked up the notes on this for you, like I should have for the Love Spell soap that I had just made last week. So I'll put the notes right here for you to read, so that you can maybe mentally decide how this smells, since I am particularly bad at describing. Thank you for spending the time on my video. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Do you enjoy the intros and the outros? Should I keep doing those? I do them because I like to see people's faces, and so I put my face on here. I don't know if you even want to see my face, but you know, kind of to make it more of a personal, I like you kind of thing. I don't know where I'm going with that. See you next time.